Stampers, Skeiner again. I did ask you ladies which card you would like me to make, this one or this one. Well, I've prepped paper for both, but I'm going to show you this one first. So if we get time later, I'll do that one as well. May have to do a separate video, but we'll see. It's just using up scraps. Literally, this is the bag I had my scraps out of. This was the last bit of Painted with Love I had, and I don't throw nothing away, as you can see. Yeah, so I cut my 1/2 inch strips by 6 inches, and you need 4 of 4 designs. I just put them anywhere I wanted. This time I'm going to do white, dark, light, dark, so it's more uniform, as they say. And it's just like a Starburst card, but you're not cutting them into triangles, you're cutting them into 1/2 inch strips. So what you're going to need is, and these are 1/8 by 6 inches, and you just trim them off at the end. That's just to frame your work afterwards. And you need 4 of those, and I'm choosing Melon Mambo again, so we've got them for the end. These are the colours I've chosen. I've had the Love Hearts. Making sure that you don't have to make sure they go in the right way. I've had the stripes, but I've made sure the stripes are all running the same way. I have chosen this as the paler version, so it's not too dark. And then these are the darker ones. Isn't they beautiful? So I've got 4 of each. Should be plenty. You might even have little bits left over. To save time, I've got an added tear and tape to the back of each one. Yesterday I used my 2-way glue pen. Very sticky, very messy, but when you measure in now and you trim, we've still got glue, and we just need to peel off the back. So if you want to take your time, it didn't take me more than 2 minutes to do that on 16 strips, so it's nothing. Your Melon Mambo piece then, this is just half an A4, so it's 8 1/4 by 5 3/4. You're going to need a piece of Whisper White, which is 4. Let me find it, by 5 5/8, and another piece of Whisper White, which is 3 7/8 by 5 1/2. And what I've done to save time, again, you need to put your ruler in and measure 7/8 of an inch, pull it over to the 0, and then measure 3 7/8 of an inch. So this gives you your centre. So you're in 7/8 and then across to 3, and it's basically 7/8 of an inch all round. And then just draw across, because this is how we're going to line these up. You're going to start with 1. And you're not going to see your pencil lines. And 2. But we trim these off because they go round until you've got nothing left. So this is going to be my first layer, like this. So that's the centre of our card. You don't have to make sure your hearts are all pointing the right way. It doesn't really make any odds, but you can see how you've got the centre. So that's what we're going to do. You'll also need a piece of Whisper White for the inside, 3 7/8 by 5 5/8, because this is going to be layered over this once we've put all our paper on. So you've got a tiny little white border all the way around. So I'm going to start with our pieces. If you want to use Tombow, it's fine. It'll just be a little bit messy. So I'm going to keep my strips as they go. These are first, second, third and fourth. So it just breaks the pattern up a little bit. So you're going to need your scissors. And I'm going to fetch my bin down for somewhere to put my backing strips. Oh gosh, I need a smaller one, a little collapsible one, say, for my desk. So I'm making sure my hearts are going this way, and that, well, all the way around, but I'm not, if you know what I mean. I'm going to make sure they're that way, and that way, that way, and that way. So let's get started. So your first piece, you're going to line up right on that line and right up against that one. And you're going to trim, she says. You do just leave a little bit of that overhang, and this will come good for another piece when we get further down. I'm now taking off my piercing I've run my bone folder over every piece, so I am not expecting any of the glue to come off when I'm trying to peel the back off. So line it up. I'm sure I did one of these with Christmas paper, but I don't know if I did a video. But don't worry about that. I'm going to fetch my silicone mat in, just so it doesn't stick. So, you know the piece we've just cut? That will probably fit there, see? Later. So we need another piece now. We're just going to keep going all the way around like a little pinwheel, but making sure they're butt tight up together. So we're going to trim that one. It's just a rough. Keep that to one side. I mean, what are you going to do with these little strips if you don't, you know, don't throw them in the bin, they're precious. I was like crying because I'd run out of this paper and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to order more. I have now finally got some more, thankfully. But we're going to trim all these little bits off right at the end with our large scissors. So now we need another piece. And this is going to go on there. And this is the piece we've just used from there. So holding it tight and in its place. Just going to trim, because these little tiny bits as well will come in handy, trust me. So save them. Just put your scraps of this back in the same pile so you don't have to go rooting. Peel off the back. Line this up right on that line and right against the bottom there, so it's all pin tight, and squash it down. And we're nearly round all the way. And this piece we cut off the other one is going to go right in there. And I don't need to trim that one. Just think what you can do with these scraps. I think I did a Christmas paper one with the merry music. You know, the black and white. I had one black, one white, one black. I can't find the video anywhere, so I may have just done it as a project. So there's our first turn. Now we go in with your next piece, which is your next colour. And you're going to measure this to exactly the same. Right up against. And trim it off. This is why we allow ourselves that little bit of that overhang. With this pattern, see, it doesn't matter where those pieces are, because they all go in the same way. And just popping that in the bin. Always work clockwise. Pin tight up against there. Isn't that lovely? And then that's the piece we just cut off. It may fit, it may not. Oh, and it does. But do cut those little bits off, because we will end up with tiny little bits. The way you'll need to fill. I've seen a few of these cards going around. It's not, it's nothing rocket science. It's not an invention. It don't matter who invented it first or who came up with the idea first. It's probably been out. Oh, look, see. Misjudged. OMG. That was fine 2 seconds ago. Mind you, it was me lifting it up, I suppose. But, yeah, wait, I can cut a slither off there. No one would ever know. Let's peel the backing off. How tiny is that little piece? Oh, and it's stuck to my nail. But because we're following our pattern, there you are. You can't see it. You can't see that. I can, but you can't from a distance. But it'll all come together. You won't see that. So now we're going to take another strip. This time I'm going to leave a little bit extra over the edge. I'm not going to cut it too close. Gainers boo boo. Do not follow suit. So making sure you got a little bit extra this time. And to just peel off the back. And it'll come round so fast. You'd be thinking, it looks like a card that would take you forever, but we're on a second layer already. And what a perfect way to use up those scraps of paper. Is that going to fit? Oh yes, I'm not taking nothing off that one. So you're getting 2, sometimes 3 pieces from each strip, so 16 is plenty. So don't forget to push it in tight and right up against. And stick it down. And it's a lot quicker, a lot quicker with the tear and tape on the back, because nothing's coming up. So on to our next colour. See how the pieces are getting smaller? But you will end up with a little triangle here. Again, there's no pattern, no right, no reason for that one, so that can be carried on round. You never know. Oh, did you see all the cards that came in today? Absolutely fabulous. Ladies, you are doing yourselves absolutely so proud of you all. You're just amazing. Again, I'm going to trim that a little bit, but I'm going to leave a little bit more than I did on that end. And it's still into place, so we're going to need those little pieces. Take your backing off. Oops, I'm moving it with my elbow. So again, we're on row number 3 already. Perfect. Grab another piece. Like I say, always work clockwise. Push it up nice and tight. And take that off. You know what a gorgeous paper this is. It's endless. If you've got like a pack of design tapes, we always got a minimum of 4 designs. I mean, the 12 by 12, you get 6, 2 of each. So now we can use that piece there. Push that in nice and tight. And then trim. And leaving myself a little bit extra because I don't want to make a boo-boo like I just did on the other one. So pull. We've had snow. It has been absolutely freezing today. -9 with the wind chill factor down here in Swansea. And this weather does nothing for me, I tell you. Oof. We went nip to get supplies. And my husband literally had to wheel me round in a wheelchair because I couldn't walk, basically. So now we're on pattern number 4. Absolutely love this stuff. And the bin is right next to me, so it's not much of a clean up neither. Nice and pin tight. When we get to the little fiddly bits, I will trim the excess off. That way you can see a little better. Nice long piece here. Tuck it right in. And trim. Move your back in. I still think I'm 18 in the head, that's what it is. And I keep saying, no, I'm alright, I can do it, I can do it. I certainly can't, so we're on piece 1, 2, we've got 2 more to go. Yeah, we always think we're invincible. I need that piece first. I always feel invincible anyway, so, but I'm not. I'm 18 in the head. My body certainly isn't 18. Not anymore. So push in nice and tight, right up against. See where you need these little pieces now? We can trim that off and reshape them. So there's no waste there either. our last fourth piece, and then we go back to the beginning. Oops, I'm moving my strips. But look how quick it comes together and how pretty it is. And everyone loves a card that uses up scraps. You know, some people say, why would you keep a little piece of paper that small? Why wouldn't you? If you can make something beautiful out of it. Lovely, 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 lovely. So I'm going to trim now because I can feel tacky. So I'm going to get my big scissors. I always cut from the back. And put your bits in the bin. And then carry on round. Pop them in the bin. How precious it is. I think that bit of glue from yesterday's card still stuck on my silicone mat. I haven't cleared it off properly. I'm a mucky pop, as they say, or as my mum would say. You mucky pop. Silly sausage. I love that saying. Silly sausage. So we're nearly done, and then we can start on our first one again, layer number 5. Look how quick that's come around. Isn't that perfect? And doesn't matter where you start, as long as you carry on round. So I'm going to go back to this square. Let me show you what I mean about here. I could start here, you know, and once I cut this to a square, might not be big enough, but do you know what I mean? That the angle's there. Well, it would have been. Shut up, Kate. You silly sausage. What am I like? So I've got 2 full strips left of this anyway, so let's go back into this little corner. We want, see now, there's a tiny little bit, tiny, and I mean tiny, you're not going to notice that, I don't think. Let's start somewhere else. But mind you, I don't know why, because we're going to go back there anyway. Perhaps if I start there, perfect, see? I think that end is slightly thinner. So it shouldn't have been. My trimmer is terrible. I move things and it's just a fraction sometimes, but it makes all the difference. That can slot right in there, and it is perfect now, right up to the edge. Look. Let me trim that off to show you. But having your marks in the centre have given me that perfect finish there. Making sure you find the centre of your card. So now that's done. And now we're going to move on to this side. But you'll be popping these out to a penny. Once you've done it once, they're so simple. Just make sure you get that cross in the centre, and if you keep those measurements, then you're gonna smash it. Because the card was 3 7/8, we come in 7/8 and come in 7/8, so we can get that 3-inch square in the centre. And I'm just going to keep trimming now till it's all done. Lovely. So we've done this one, we're on to this one. Now this is where we have to, oh, I tell you what, because I've got a full piece. Now this one has left the tiniest little triangle there, see it? See it there? I can glue something onto there, but I'm going to keep my line going straight. Peel off the back. Turn this around. Just Still making sure it's pushed right up against the side and right along there together. So now this piece I'm cutting off is got tacky on the back. I'm going to go, it's not quite the angle I want. So I'm going to snip and see if that works. Is it going to stay stuck? That's the only thing to my card. Oh, it might. It might. No, I'm not using that piece. I want a piece that's going to fit perfectly. No, there's no tacky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my two-way glue pen and I'm going to add just a little bit of glue there. Oh gosh. And I'm going to add that piece on there. I'm just going to wait for a minute. I'm going to leave it attached. So now we've 1, 2, 3. This one is our fourth piece. I'm just going to trim this straight up. And we're going to add this here. Making sure it's square and it's still against the bottom. Oh, I watched a program last night. This poor girl. She was like a documentary. She'd been attacked by one of her friends. She'd known this girl for 10 years. They'd only gone and thrown acid in her face. Oh my word. What is this world coming to? Horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. She just coming home from work. But the girl had tried to disguise herself. Oh my word. They questioned her and they got her in the end. Oh, how horrendous. Poor child. Now, I've got a bit of tacky hanging over there. Don't worry, because I'm going to push that back on itself when it comes out. I'll tell you what, I'll use this end. Why would people want to do that to somebody? Oh, breaks my heart. Absolutely breaks my heart. She was only 20, bless her. She has to have laser treatment 3 times a week, and she has been since 2012 since it happened. So I've got a tiny little hangover on that end as well, which is good. We've left with a little triangle now there. But that will come under the next colour. Ah, gracious, what I pray for the poor child. Ugh. That's our little square. I think that little square over there needs to come off. Oh, I can't now, it's stuck. It was supposed to be this colour. So I'm going to cut right. No, wrong colour game. I'm working on the stripes. I'll snip this paper off at the end. And then we're going to push this right against there. Why can't we just all craft? Because all those crafters are so peaceful and, you know, we haven't got harmful bones in our body. Why would anyone do that? And this girl had followed her all the way home and waited until she was virtually outside of her front door, across the road from her house. They reckon to neutralise acid, you have to get water onto your face. So the physician was saying on the TV last night, within 10 seconds. 10 seconds, this poor girl had to hammer on her front door. Let me see, 1, 2, that's filled. So we need for this, we need these little bits now for the last piece. That is going to fit on there lovely. So I'm just going to peel the back off. 10 seconds. Why would anyone pour acid in someone's face? Oh, it baffles me. Absolutely baffles me. I'm leaving that angle over on both sides because we can easily trim them down. This poor girl thought she was going to end up blind and everything. Oh, our last little piece, and again we've got this. Oops, I'm just going to peel the backing off because we can overlap. And our card is virtually done. This goes right up close to there. And we can cut this off. I reckon you could literally, because look at the bits we've got left. I have one, two, those strips there, those there, those there, and those there. I reckon you could cut another one of those, another one of those, and another one of them, and you'll have 2 cards. So making sure I've got as much trimmed off at the back as possible. There's our wonderful card. Isn't that beautiful? So now we need to attach this on here. Just that tiny little border all the way around. So I'm going to use my Tombow for that. Just going to check these trimmings. Making sure everything's nice and straight. You can't see anything from the back. Tiny little minute piece there. Oh, I nearly cut myself again. And then I'm going to pop that right against there. Tombow time. So I'm going to a good amount of Tombow because you got wiggle space as well. And I mean, you need the minutest little line all the way around. Perfect. So I'm going to move my little strips because we no longer need those. I'm going to save them for another project. Love it. So now, see what I mean about the glue? This will come off with your little rubber. Or you can run it under the tap because it's silicone. Wipe off the bits. It does come off with a baby wipe as well. It's like peeling sunburn. There you go. It's a little better. Isn't that beautiful? Well, now we're going to attach these little pieces so I can trim off the excess. And what I'm going to do with these, I am going to use my two-way glue pen, which I got from eBay. I had 3 for £6. They are called Zig Memory System two-way glue pens. And it's exactly the same as what Stampin' Up used to, different shape bottle, but it's exactly the same two-way glue that they used to use. So I'm going to pull this down, get the end. Now I'm just using the silicone mat too. I'm going to pop this. I want this against a square because I'm coming up 1-2 squares. Perfect. Lovely. So get another one. I'm going to turn that round because again we're going to come up 2 squares. Just going to add my glue. No point trying to lie that down. Stand that up. Again, come up 2 squares. Come up 2 squares. That seems to have gone down a little bit. There we go. Come here, mister. He's loud. Really loud this evening. He's very vocal. So again, I'm going to turn this on the side. I'm going to come up 2 squares again. So putting this down the bottom, I'm going to come up 2 squares again. Whoops. And I've done these 6 inches just because the card is 5 7/8 in total. Whoa, again, that was a bit of a disaster. It's sticking to my fingers now. I'm going to trim these off last. So one more to go. And then I'm going to stamp. I'm turning these into thank you cards for my customers this month. I've just sent off the workshop order so I can order their rewards. They will be with me in 5 to 7 days. And then I can post them out to my customers. Everyone that uses the hostess code gets a reward from me. Even those ladies that have used or haven't used the code, because they've all earned Stampin' rewards themselves, I still reward those as well. Because they've, just to show my appreciation for them shopping in my shop. And I think everyone should do that. I know some people don't reward anyone at all, or some don't reward anyone because they've had their own rewards, but you should still show the love that somebody has spent the time to shop in your shop. So they all get a reward from me. So I'm going to trim these bits off now. Even if it costs me, I don't care. It doesn't, but even if it did. It did at the beginning because I didn't know nothing. I knew how to generate a hostess code. But then I used to close it at the end of the month and delete it and lost out on so many rewards. And I spent so much money rewarding my customers. Didn't know that we came along. If they use the code, it generates sales in that workshop. And the sales add up to more than £150. Then I get the rewards to spend on my customers, which I always do. And this month they've earned some extras with me. Look at that, it's beautiful. Because I had a deal on, where are they? Let me see if I can find them. Anyone spending £45 or more in my shop automatically had their 10% worth of gift and these on top. So they've had 20% rewards this month. Those who only spent £45 or just over. Plus, I always pick rewards because I get 25% commission off that as well. So I give them my bit as well. So, just too kind. My husband said, you'll never be rich. I said, I know. I want to be comfortable, not rich. I want to know people want to shop with me because I'm genuine and I don't keep any of it for myself. So this now is going to line on our beautiful card. Nice little pink border all the way round. Perfection. How's that? Oh, love it. So I'm going to get my Tombow out again. He says I'm way too soft. I'm not way too soft. I just love my customers. I love everyone who subscribes to me as well. If I could show the love to them as well, I would. Well, I think Christmas showed. After doing that challenge at Christmas, that showed that I did show the love. Because I sent each and every entry a thank you card. So I'm lining this up so we've got a nice even border either side. I'm going to press down from the other side. Isn't that beautiful? Wait, no, we haven't finished. This is going on the inside. So I'm just going to use a tiny bit of fast fuse because it's not having some, it's not going to be opened and closed, touched and abused the inside. So you don't need a lot. I'm going to press this. Just right. Oh, isn't that lovely? And I'm using the thank you from the One Big Meaning stamp set, which is here. And I love it. Little thanks. Thank you for everything and more. Thank you kindly. I'm using this one because I'm going to be using my 2-inch circle punch. I can't even pick my piece of paper up. There we go. And my Melon Mambo, when I can find it. There we are. Oh, I've left my punch up there. I need my 2-inch circle punch. And I'm going to stamp this right here. Oh, it's beautiful. That's turned out really pretty. So let me just check the time, grab my punch. I've already gone ahead and cut a Melon Mambo 2 3/8 scallops punch. Look at my punches. You could add ribbon and bows to this now if you wanted, but I don't think it needs anything else. Got plenty going on. Look how, am I going to add a rhinestone maybe? Look how crystal clear that is. And I'm going to pop some dimensionals on the back because we don't mind it sticking out now. Yeah, take a walk on the wild side. Come shop with me. That's if you haven't got a demo, that is. I could sell to you in England, in the UK, Ireland. Now you can determine which way round you want your cut. You can have it this way. You can have it this way. I think I just liked it that way when I saw it that way. I'm going to pop that right. Making sure I've got like equal sides. I think there is perfect. That is lovely, absolutely lovely. Grab myself a little rhinestone. And I'm going to put one right there. And the ones that were gifted to me are these. Aren't they beautiful? I don't have another colour over here with me at the moment. But I'll tell you what else I do have. Ooh, look at them. Ooh, which do I add? On this one, I got those beautiful ones there. No, I think I'll still use it. Those were gifted to me as well. Oh, mind you, look. Will they go? Let me just have those. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to add them. 1, 2, and a paler one, I think. And 3. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So, I hope you give it a go. And, oh, I love that. And this is the one. This one's going in a box for Lorraine, because I did say that on the video last night. This one is going to go to one of my customers. Shopping with me this month. So, ooh, I've got to make a couple more thank you cards. So, when I do this one, I think I'm going to put thank you on this one. And that also, because this one is going to Lorraine's box. This one is going to say thank you the next one. So, oh, I might come back in a minute and do that. You never know. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you all. A thumbs up would be great. A share would be amazing. If you notice down in the description bar now, there is a little donate button for anyone who wishes to donate towards anything to keep this channel ticking over and helping me get supplies to show off to all you lovely ladies. Yeah, or you can just do it through PayPal at gainer.voice@sky.com. So don't forget to press this button here. You will subscribe and then press the little bell and you're notified of all future videos. It tends to be on a daily basis with me. So, but until next time, love you all. Bye.